What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Gemini sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of May 21st and June 20th, then you are a Gemini sun sign, and this video is for you. June is here, can you believe it? We're halfway through 2018, it's unbelievable. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. But today we're going to be doing the month ahead reading for the month of June, and this spread is designed to give my Gemini friends an idea of what to expect in the upcoming month and how to make it the best month possible. So we're going to be using the Robin Wood Tarot today for this reading, and I've already shuffled the cards, so if you would please give me a moment to center myself, cut the deck, and get the cards down on the table, I would appreciate it. Alright, and we're going to consult the Untamed Truth Oracle, and we're going to ask it what message it has for Gemini sun signs this June. What message for Gemini sun signs this June? We'll take a look at that card at the end of the reading. Alright, Gemini friends, what we're going to do is take a look at these cards individually and then see what they have to tell us as a whole. Right away, I'm seeing two major arcana. I'm seeing a lot of cups, so yeah, we'll see what it all means as we progress, and we'll start with this card here, which represents the energies of last month, so the energies of May, and we've got the King of Cups. And the feeling I'm getting from this card, before I go too far, I just want to state that this is a general overall reading. Not everything applies to everybody, so take what works for you, leave the rest. If you want a more specific reading where I tap into your energy, then head on over to my website. It's in the description, lightofriga.com. Okay, I just wanted to say that. So this is not going to resonate with everyone, but the feeling I'm getting for a lot of Geminis is that the month of May was a time for you to kind of get your emotions in order, to figure out how you feel, what you want, you know, maybe thinking about the future and thinking about, you know, what's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. And so, yeah, I feel as though many of you were kind of focused on emotions in May, and you were kind of focused on steadying those emotions, right? You could focus on emotions that are turbulent, but I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of being very mature about it, and you're being organized about your emotions, and you're just trying to get everything in order so that you can move forward in the best way possible. It's just kind of the feeling that I'm getting. Okay, I don't know if that's going to resonate with everyone, but let's take a look at this card, which represents the present energies for Gemini sun signs at the end of May. We've got the Three of Cups. And I'm feeling as though that for a lot of you, this is a time of celebration. It's a time of socializing. It's a time of enjoying life and spending time with people who you enjoy, whether it's friends or family or whoever it may be. So a lot of happy vibes coming from Geminis at this time here. And you know, whatever this means for you, how do you celebrate? How do you enjoy life? You know, what do you do with your friends to have fun? And I think that the end of May here is a time for fun. It's a time for celebration. It's a time for connecting with other people in a happy way. So a very positive card here. So far, Geminis, it seems like you guys are getting things on track with your emotions. You're very steady and you're very cool, calm, collected is what I'm feeling right now. Let's check out this card, which represents the energies of next month. So the energies of June. And we've got the Eight of Cups. And there's a little bit of a shift here. I'm feeling as though June's going to be a time for you to say, all right, I'm done with all that. What's next? Okay? You know, that might wear thin on you. Maybe the celebration is you know, not that you don't want to celebrate, but maybe your time to move, you feel like it's time in June to move on to something different. Maybe get more focused with career or more focused with who knows what else. But just a shift in energy here and moving away from the celebration, moving away from the energies of May. And June seems like it's going to be a chance for you to kind of switch things up a little bit. Still, you know, pursuing emotional security and stability and happiness, but at the same time doing it in a different way. Does that make sense? So June's going to be a change. It's going to be a time for you to seek change. Maybe the change won't come in June, but it's going to be you. I mean, like anything else, you make the decision to to do something, and it may take time, but it eventually will happen. So I see May as a time for you to decide to move on to something different. Not, did I say May? I meant June. June. All right, let's go on over here. This card represents what to hold on to in the month of June. We've got the Ten of Swords. I think this card is asking you to be extremely aware that if something bad happens, if something negative maybe happens, we have the option of allowing it to bring us down or persevering and moving past it. And it's sad to say that most people will let them bring them down, right? Example, your car gets stolen and then you feel just depressed for months. That's one way for it to bring you down. Or your car gets stolen and you say, wow, I hated that car anyway. It's time to get a new car. Let's get a new car. See, there's two different ways of kind of looking at it. And that's going to be kind of what you're being asked to focus on for this June is setting your way of perceiving things to positivity rather than negativity. So see things positively. Realize that if bad events occur, it's not the end of the world. Realize that it's the start of an ending of a cycle is the start of a new cycle, right? And just look at things positively. Look at change positively, and you'll be having a much better month. Okay, let's move on over here. This card represents the biggest hurdle or biggest obstacles you're likely to face in the month of June. We've got the Tower card, and the reason I say is it seems as though, now that I see these two cards together, there may be an event here in June that changes things. I talked about June being a change. Now that I've seen this card, I'm feeling as though this may be change beyond your control, Gemini friends. This might be an event that occurs or some news that you receive that kind of rocks your foundation, that changes a whole bunch of things. And now that I see the relationship between these three cards now, in that so I feel as though something is going to change in June. And it's going to, maybe at the beginning, at the start, it's going to make you feel as though your whole world is coming crumbling down. Your tower is crumbling, right? And it goes back to what I said about this card. If you see or feel or experience something negative, you have the choice, right? If you see this tower event as something that's negative, as something that's going to bring you down with it, then it will. But if you see it as an opportunity, if you see it as an end of a cycle and the start of a new, better cycle, then it will be. So it's all about your perspective, and that's going to be kind of a challenge for you, Gemini friends, is seeing the positive in what looks to be negative. But we all know change is all positive, so it's just getting past the perceptions. All right, let's move on over to this card. This card represents what to let go of in the month of June, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, okay. Don't allow your happiness to depend on things that happen to you. The Wheel of Fortune is about, time marches, okay? Sometimes good things happen to you. Sometimes bad things happen to you. If we allow our emotions to ride on that wave, if you allow yourself to feel good only when good things happen to you, and you feel bad when bad things happen to you, you are going to be all over the place. You're going to be on for a wild ride, Gemini friends. The key here is to just be happy for who you are with what you have, okay? And the more that you're secure in your self-love, the more that you love yourself, the more that you forgive yourself, the more that you do shadow work, the less outside influences can affect you. And I think that's something to really be aware of in June, is that you can't allow yourself to feel negatively just because something that you perceive as negative has happened. If you do that, you're in for a wild ride, like I said. So keep that in mind as you move through June. Keep that in mind as any tower events, if any shocking sudden changes occur. Keep that in mind. Just be you and be happy with who you are and what you are. And don't let outside influences affect that. All right, this card here represents the energy of the people around you in the month of June. And, keep in mind that individuals in your life have individual energy. But this card is representative of people as a whole, the people in your life as a whole, and their energy towards you. We've got the Nine of Wands. And this is a little combative, but more like standoffish is the feeling from this card. This is a standoffish card where I get the feeling that people are going to be a little bit detached, maybe a little bit distant from you this month as a whole. But don't worry about it. Everyone's going through their own things, and this could be a result of how you're feeling towards other people. The way that other people treat us is just a reflection of ourselves. So if you're going through a tower event, which seems to be the case in June, then you may have the tendency to kind of be a depressed type person, right? So people are going to kind of respond to that. If your friends and your family feel kind of distant, maybe ask yourself, am I the one who's being distant? And that might answer a lot of your questions. All right, the last card we're going to look at is this one, and it represents the biggest the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of June, Gemini friends. And we've got Queen of Cups. I think the lesson here is to return to the stability of May. I think that's going to be the goal in June, is to return to that stability that you felt in May, the emotional stability. Remember, I talked about you having things all put together. You're on top of your emotions. Then I think something's going to disrupt that, Gemini friends. There's going to be an event in June that's going to disrupt that even-keeled, free-flowing kind of feelings that you've been having. And it's going to challenge you. It's going to pose a question to you. How are you going to respond to this? And I think the message here is, the lesson here is that you should respond cool, calm, collected, without letting it affect you in a negative way. Seeing the positives in it. Feeling the positives in it. Feeling the positive emotions that can be a part of this tower crazy change event. Make sense? So now that we've seen all the cards as a whole, I definitely feel as though May was a nice time for you to get some emotional stability. The end of May is a time for you to feel good, to celebrate, to be happy. But June is going to bring about a change, and you're going to move away from that for whatever reason, for whatever this tower represents, I think. I think you're going to move away from that, and you're going to seek some new emotions, seek some new objectives, possibly. So June's going to be some new energy coming in. Be sure that you are not being dominated, led around, controlled by your ego, by your negative ego thoughts. See events as opportunities to grow, to expand, to learn, rather than as reasons to mourn, to wallow, to be sorrowful, to have self-loathing, to question things, right? It's up to you how you respond to these events. I do see an event occurring. Maybe not an event, but I do see change occurring, and sudden, unexpected change occurring. And I think that's going to be your biggest struggle, is dealing with that change, seeing the positives in that change rather than allowing it to bring you down. Change. Don't let it affect you so much. Don't let the outside world dictate how you feel about yourself and how you feel about life and reality. That's your own deal. And the outside world shouldn't really get a say in it, okay? And if people are feeling, if people are seeming to be a little bit distant and far away from you, ask yourself if that's the way you've been treating them, if that's the kind of energy you've been putting out, and if that's only just a reflection of the energy that you've been putting out. Think about that. And the biggest lesson, I think, is to get that emotional stability back in the wake of some trying event. I think that's going to be the lesson for this month, is finding your emotional stability amidst chaos. Not that chaos is going to occur. That's not what I'm saying, okay? But it might feel chaotic, especially compared to the energies of May. June might feel a little bit chaotic. So get grounded, get in touch with yourself, love yourself, and everything will be just great, okay? And the last thing we asked was the Untamed Truth Oracle. We asked it what message it had for Gemini sun signs this June, and we've got faith. Whenever I see this card, I think of being grounded. I think of being like a tree, okay? You could blow 80-mile-an-hour winds. If the tree has got strong roots that go deep, that tree's not going anywhere, okay? And that's how you have to treat your life in June. Grow those roots deep. Get grounded. The deeper your connection to yourself, the deeper your connection to Earth, the deeper your connection to Source, the harder it is to blow you down. And I think that's kind of the message for you in June is, life is going to challenge you, not just in June, but always. And if you're not well grounded, if you don't have a sense of self, if you don't have connection to the earth, if you don't have a connection to the spirit realms, then you're just going to be kind of a piece of trash floating in the ocean. Not a jellyfish, because you're a beautiful thing. Okay, you're going to be a jellyfish in the ocean. Just the currents are going to push you around wherever the currents want you to go. But if you're strong, if you have a fin and a tail, then you can dictate exactly where you want to go amidst the current, just like a dolphin would. I got metaphors, okay? So that's something to keep in mind this month, Gemini friends. Be strong. Realize that you're going to get through any challenges. You've gotten through every single challenge you've ever experienced in your life heretofore. So whatever challenges the universe is going to throw at you in June is something that you can handle. Just get grounded, fill yourself with self-love, and don't let the outside world push you around. Okay, that is my message for this June, Gemini friends. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this was a general reading. Not everything's going to apply to everyone. So hit that link in the description box below. Head on over to my website, lightofriga.com. Not only can you book a personal reading with me, not only can you check out crystals, but you can also check out the free daily reading that I provide on there on the homepage. All right, lightofriga.com. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you got something out of it, let me know that you did. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. I read all my comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you really enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I released. I'm back on track with my monthly readings like this one, my bi-monthly readings, my weekly readings. You don't want to miss out on any of those, so hit that subscribe button if you would. All right, Gemini friends. Challenges await you, but there's nothing you can't handle, and you're going to grow as a result. So June's going to be a month to grow and improve. So I hope you look forward to it. I wish you love and light, Gemini friends. Leave a like if you enjoy this. Happy taroting. Peace.